Hang in there, Gino. Arturo Piatti wound the tourniquet tighter about the man's wrist while struggling to keep his voice calm as his field engineer howled in pain. Help is on the way. Overhead, an emergency dirigible transport made rapid progress in their direction over the clay roof tiles of Venice. Gino's hand was badly mangled. Far too much blood pooled on the pavement beside the canal. He'd lost a lot more while still in the water. Crack! The sound of an air rifle tore through the air. Nailed him, his sharpshooter announced, though it was small satisfaction. Luigi set aside his weapon to grab a hooked pole and drag the lagoon kraken's limp body, glistening and still twitching, from the foul-smelling canal. Indigo kraken. Should bring a good price at market. Pay for the doctor. Jaw clenched, Arturo nodded. Even if it didn't, he would see the bill paid. Damn kraken. Bane of his existence. They'd stolen too much from him already, including the woman he loved. 23 years ago he'd proposed. She'd declined, gently. But her work on the Thames River Kraken, her career, took precedence. The resulting wound had never fully healed. Then, half a lifetime later, they'd found each other again. A look, a touch, a whispered flirtation, and once again they were love-struck fools. In the distance he could make out the roofline of the palazzo, where she worked upon a new, mysterious research project. Though another rejection would slay him, he meant to try again. Soon. Shoving the ache of old regrets aside, he focused on the job. If not for these miserable cephalopods infesting the canals, his team wouldn't be diving in them to begin with. Walking beside the Venetian canals was dangerous enough, but sending men into the canals? That required hazard pay. For decades now, Venice had been plagued by lagoon kraken. In his childhood, the arrival of small squid-like creatures had been largely ignored. A minor nuisance a gondolier could knock off the sides of his craft with an oar. But feeding upon the shellfish that lined the canals, the kraken grew larger. And larger, until the sharp claw-like hooks upon the tips of their tentacles began to damage building foundations as they dug into the canal sediment. Not enough to collapse a structure, not yet, though a nearby brick building on the Rio della Senza was dangerously close. Ether helped them all if the kraken managed to reach the wooden pilings underneath. The city would begin to crumble. Such concerns were the reason Arturo had agreed to undertake the design and fabrication of I cancelli di recupero del canale, canal recovery gates, that were designed to eliminate the threat kraken posed to Venice. Once the gates were in position, their sharp spinning blades would operate twice daily, drawing water through the system, slicing and dicing any kraken inhabiting the city's canals, until it was once again safe for gondolas. Though he imagined the canals would be putrid for some time, discouraging pleasure boats, it was a necessary process. From that point forward, the gates could be opened and closed as needed. Installation of the very first gate was nearly complete when disaster struck, irrevocably altering Gino's future.